Do you ever feel like you're just going through your day? Wake up, work or school, eat, scroll, sleep, repeat. Life starts feeling like a checklist instead of like you're actually living, and it starts feeling like it's something that you don't even want to do anymore. I realized at one point I wasn't actually living my days anymore. I was just surviving them, doing whatever it took to get through the day, and that was it. And that's not the life I want anymore. With the ever growing niche and aesthetic of romanticize your life, live life to the fullest, but also hustle culture and everything else, it feels hard to really combine the two, and it feels impossible. It feels like you have to choose one or the other, but you don't. Hustle culture makes us feel like we are living on autopilot and in survival mode 24/7. We also get extremely burnt out very, very easily, even if we are trying everything we can to not. We keep waiting for someday to enjoy life. I'll start the YouTube channel, on Sunday. I'll start the YouTube channel on Friday. I'll film this day. I'll do this on this day. I'll do this on this day, and etc. And we never do it. It feels like we can't achieve our goals, and that leads us to feeling resentment towards ourselves. We're always waiting for the next big thing, the weekend, the vacation, the promotion, the right time. But life is literally made up in the mundane tasks of a random Tuesday. Now, my personal wake up moment was, I do this a lot, honestly, because I'm very self aware. But for me, it was when I took on doing makeup artistry school, and then worship leading, and then women's ministry, and then I'm saving up for a trip right now. So I'm doing a lot. And I feel like I'm kind of getting burnt out, but I'm also trying to find balance, and it's just not something I feel that's achievable. And now I felt very stuck in my routine, which is I would wake up, get ready for work, go to work, come home, beat my beat myself up for not even doing school or anything. That's not a very good outlook on anything. My room was a mess. My room is still a mess. Honestly, I gotta clean it. Today is what I'm gonna do. I realized in all of it, in the hustle culture of it all, I wanted a life that was meaningful, that was not easy, but just easygoing. I wanted a life that was slow, that was able for me to find beauty in the mundane and the everyday tasks that I do. And what I started doing in a way was going on drives and being off my phone. I started setting timers for, an hour at a time, and I'd be like, how much can I get done in 1 hour? I read a little bit of a book in like an hour. I started realizing I actually didn't want to just grind through my days anymore. I wanted to actually experience them, even the ordinary ones, when the mindset shift is living versus surviving. Now, this is the epitome of romanticize your life. This is exactly what they mean. Get off your phone. It really is that phone. Your mental health issues is that phone. Every single thing that you go through is truly your phone. I feel like I'm not doing enough. It's because you're constantly seeing videos of people who have more than you, who are doing more than you. But guess what? They're not even doing it all either. Trying to achieve something that is, to us, unobtainable because we see someone else have it. But even then, they themselves are trying to achieve something that they don't even have. And I keep seeing this post, and it's like, the biggest way to calm your nervous system down is stop acting like everything is an emergency and you're on a time limit. And that changed everything. I was like, there's nothing wrong with slowing down. In the same breath, the biggest thing is also there's no presence. We're not present in our lives anymore. Everyone talks about, 2016, how good it was. Yes, it was good because of the social media was just now booming, Instagram, all that stuff. But in the same breath, we were alive. We were doing things. We were going to the mall and just kind of, we were living our life. We weren't focused on what can I do to get more views? What can I do to get this? We were living our lives. And surviving your days just honestly, genuinely look like rushing through everything, like I mentioned, not being present, like I also mentioned, and no joy in the mundane. I'm trying to think of an example right now, but I really can't. Because when I shifted everything else just kind of, in a way, vanished. And I mean that in the best way possible, but like, for instance, driving or work. I work as a waitress at my local Mexican restaurant. It's easy work. There's always something new going on, yes. but I don't always want to go. But when I shifted it from I have to go to work to I get to go to work, I get to work at this job instead of working at, like McDonald's or CNA work or like something that I didn't really enjoy, it kind of shifted it. The thing is constant exhaustion. So we're going to look at how to live your days instead of just survive them. It's going to look like slowing down. For instance, not everything is an emergency and not everything has to be done like this instant. And intentional routines as well. Every morning I put on one of those robes, I put on some eye patches, I take my gummies, I chill for like 15-20 minutes, sometimes more than that, honestly. It just depends. And then it's also about creating small moments of beauty. And this is going to lead into romanticizing your life, which is another video, so stay tuned. And the last thing is actually enjoying your life. Your life doesn't magically start when things are perfect. It's happening right now, even right in this instant. So it's important to just take a minute, take a step back, and just breathe and pause. Now, how I actually started to romanticize my life is getting off that phone and setting timers to prove to myself how much I can get done in a set amount of time. For instance, at work, if I work all day, I get a 2-hour break total. That is 2 hours I can spend filming, cleaning my room, doing school, going on a drive, reading my Bible, reading a book, doing whatever. I live like a minute away from work, so it's no problem at all to just drive back if I'm running late. But what helped me is creating those intentional routines. For instance, like morning coffee or tea and journaling and doing my skincare, putting in my contacts, washing my face, putting on the eye patches, and just giving myself like 15 minutes to just chill. Another thing that helped me is upgrading the ordinary moments. You may see that my bed is in a different position, as is the window, and there's new things coming on. That's a whole separate video when I get done with it. I also started lighting candles at night. I also got a sunrise alarm clock. If you have seasonal depression or have a hard time waking up, I recommend you get this. This has helped me so much, and it's a natural sunrise, and it helps my mood immediately. There is no waking up stress that I'm running late at all. It's just peaceful. And the other thing is really just changing the words around. For instance, I'm not going to just shower. I'm going to have myself a little spa day. I'm going to do a hair mask, hair oil, face mask, hair gloss, all of these things. It makes it more inviting almost, and kind of makes it more fun. Protect peaceful time as well. It can look like journaling, reading, or even just quiet mornings. I try to get up pretty early. That way I can actually have the time to have the quiet mornings and not stress and not be like, oh, I'm so late for this. I need to get up and go. I want to stress this very, very important, because this playlist is called The Luxe Life, and you may be looking at behind me and be like, that doesn't look luxurious at all. That's because it's not. The Luxe Life is a mindset. It's a way to view things. And you don't need a luxury lifestyle to live a luxe life. It's really more about intention and perspective. Now, this is going to be about the whimsy factor of it all. Whenever I think of romanticizing life, I think of childlike freedom and curiosity and the childlike wonder and joy. Seriously. Do things for you and do things that make you happy. I'm wearing a freaking sweater with a dog on it, just because it makes me happy. Because every time I look at it, I think of him. However, somewhere along the way, we were told that growing up meant becoming serious all the time. And that's not true. You can have joy. You're still human. You're still living for the first time as well. And I actually think life gets more beautiful when we bring a little bit of whimsy and childlike curiosity back into it. Your life isn't something you should just get through. It should be something that you're meant to experience. Even if nothing about your life changes overnight, you can still start living your days differently tomorrow. I highly encourage you to take one day this next week just to do something for you, for your inner child. If that's how you want to view it, that's totally fine. What I'm going to say is, this last time it rained, I went out for a drive where I normally drive at. It's like a 15-ish minute drive. And it was raining. And I was worshiping in the car and I danced in the rain with God. I know that sounds probably like you can't dance with God, but like you can. You can. And it was so fun. It was so freeing. It was so therapeutic as well. Do something kind of similar to that this week. Just change up your routine no matter what it is, big or small. Change your room around. Buy a small thing for yourself. Like, even if it's just LED lights, it's still something. Down below letting me know what's one way you romanticize your life. And don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will be seeing you next time.